Hi students, now we're going to work on EA9, D3, and D4 for Chapter 9. I'm on page 280 of your book, and this is Financial Statement Analysis. And we're going to improve the appearance of the charts, and we're going to add what are called sparklines to the table. So we finished up D2, and now save your file. Don't close it. Save it as D3. And then with the expense change chart selected, click Chart Styles. Right here, I click Chart Design, Chart Styles. You could also do the paintbrush right here. And we are going to choose Style 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're numbered up there. And we take a look at this, and that looks really nice. I like the capital letters, and it's got a certain look to it. So depending on what the style of your report is, this is what you might leave it. And they're saying, no, let's choose something else. Let's look at layout number 5. Let's do quick layout. So we'll come over here to quick layout. We have this selected, so quick layout, and they want us to do number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I take that, and then look at now the numbers are on the chart with it, which is really kind of cool, and that might be something that'd be helpful if your discussion or your PowerPoint needs that information in it. That would be great. It wants us to undo this, so I do Control Z to undo. And so it took that off, and we just taken a look at this, and so we're going to leave it like that. And then we're going to switch over here to Asset Chart 2028, and now we're going to add a layout to this one. So we're going to click on Chart Design, Chart Layouts right here, and we're going to do a quick layout number 1. Okay, it's almost the same, but it's just configured a little bit differently, like where these are sitting. Now see, this slice here is too small. That's why this is sitting outside of it, because there's no room to put it on that gray area. Okay, we want to now choose Chart Design, Chart Styles, and then go 1, 2, 3, and you can see that that's another style. Okay, and then we want to click Filters over here. It's the button right here, and let's take the cash out of there. Filter. See, I thought there was something wrong because the cache didn't go away. Select all. Oh, do you see what I'm missing? Very, very silly of me. Take cache out, and the reason I didn't see it is right down here at the bottom. I didn't apply it, so you have to hit apply for it to actually update, and I didn't see that right there. There we go. Now it's looking right. Okay, so now it says let's put the cache back in. Filter, cache back in, and apply, and it's there. So that's really cool that you can take different parts out. If we didn't want to have the land in there, let's say that we want to look at all of this without the land, I can uncheck it and apply, and the land Connecticut went away. Okay, put that back in and apply, so all of them are in there. Okay, now what we're going to do is work with sparklines, and it wants us to come over to the vertical analysis. And so a sparkline takes these amounts here, whatever you select here, select range N8 to N12. So I'm adding that in there, and I'm going to click Insert, Sparklines right here, and it wants us to do sparklines, align sparkline. And now we got to go back over here. When you're in these little menus like this in Excel, you can, like right here, you see this little icon here? That means you can step outside of this dialog box and get into your chart, and then it wants us to select range K8 to L12. K8 to L12. And then say OK. Didn't like my range. Okay, so K8, L12. Okay, so I needed to see where I was going here. So select it here, add lines, and then it added the spark lines. I think what I did before was I selected too far, and I selected these right here, and it didn't like that. Now it says select N15, this one right here. Okay, and we are going to do Insert, Sparkline, and the data range is going to be K15 to L15. Okay, and then I got my sparkline there. This one means that it went in an upward fashion. This one meant that it decreased, be 2.8 to 2.7. This amount, supplies went up, land went down, and these two are just kind of stays the same actually. Okay, so or maybe no, it went up, it went down. 7 is less than 11, so it went down. 51 is less than 55, so it went up. Okay, now cell N17, choose Insert, Sparklines, and it wants us to do another sparkline, and we are going to select K17 to L17. We don't have the amounts in there. There is no sparkline. Well, if I wanted to figure out the percentages, I could do this here, Control C, Control V, and then where I had that sparkline direction in there, it found it. Okay, so we got that in there. And then it wants to select from N2 to N15, N2, let's get up here a little bit, N2 to N19, which is right there. Choose Home, Font, Border, and we're going to have no border. So that took off, oops, it took out my numbers. Okay, it took off the border on this whole side, and now it wants us to select all of this, and we're just changing the borders on the whole thing to all outside borders. So what it wanted to do is to move this border from here to here. Okay, and there's a lot of different ways that we could have done that. Type sparkline trends in cell N6, and we want to go to home, and we want to make it wrap, and we want it bold, and we want it centered. Okay, so we added a little heading there. I'm going to show you something a little bit faster. I'm going to take this back. So we had that. I could have clicked right here, Format Painter, and I fixed it really quick. However, my border got lost, so then I could go here and say right border, and that would have filled it in. Okay, so sometimes Format Painter that's how you would actually use it. Okay, the last exercise on here is to add a comment. So when people are working on documents, whether you're in Word or PowerPoint or Excel, all of the programs, Office programs, have the ability to add a comment. So if you're sharing your document with somebody, they can put a comment in it, and you can take a look at it, and that's very, very helpful for editing the document, and just making sure that everybody's on board with what you're doing with it. So in this exercise, that's what we're going to be working on. So we want to save our document. Okay, and we're going to create a new worksheet tab called Ratio Analysis. So here's our worksheet tabs down here, and click that, rename it Ratio Analysis. Okay, in cell B1, enter 2028. In cell C1, 2027. Okay, and then I'm going to select those and fill it over to F1, and see how the numbers went from down to 2024. Okay, we're going to center these. We're going to make them bold, and put a bottom border in it. First I took out and put no border, and then I'm going to add a bottom border. Okay, that's nice. Then A2 to A4, we're going to type current ratio, debt ratio, and profit margin. So we're going to add bold to these, and then we're going to pull this over to 12. Whoops, there it's 12 right there. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to put some numbers in here, but we're going to pick up the numbers for 28 and 27 from our other tabs down here. So I'd like to show you how you go about doing that. We've done it a little bit. Okay, cell B2 right here, type equals and a parentheses. Don't forget that parentheses there. Then switch over to vertical analysis and pick up G8. That's our cash. And then type a plus. Whoops. I did a really, okay, I gotta go back here. I want to take this out and go back. You know what I did is I hit my control key instead of my shift key to make the plus sign, and so that caused trouble. Okay, so we're going to type equals parentheses, switch to vertical analysis, and click on G8 and then plus. This is where I hit my control key and then I ran into all those other problems. Okay, and a plus and then G9 and then another plus. This time I'm careful with the shift key, and then G10. Okay, and we're going to close the parentheses and put in a division sign, that's forward slash, and then click G15. Okay, and this current ratio divides the current assets by the current liabilities. And it's not using this land because it's already purchased, and that doesn't change very much. So okay, so now we're going to tap enter, and we've got our number in here, and then we're going to go into B3 and we're going to type equals and vertical analysis, and we're going to select on G15 and type a division sign and then G13 and tap enter, and now we have another ratio. And now so the total liabilities divided by total assets. Step number 11 on page 283. In cell C3 on the ratio analysis tab, repeat step 10 using the 27 figures. Okay, so equals, open paren, vertical analysis, cash plus that plus supplies, close paren, new, and enter. Oh, I think I did the wrong thing, didn't I? Okay, 27, we're going to do the same thing. Step 10 is what the one I followed, a different one. Step 10 will be equals vertical analysis, G15 divided by G up here, I13, press enter. That gave us an amount. This is not the right one. Oh, no. Okay, what I did is I missed. I'm going to copy this one down here, or cut it down to here. And this one is C2 up. This is step 9. And so repeat step 8 here. So I was right the first time there. Okay, equals, open paren, vertical analysis, G8 plus G9 plus eight, 9, and 10, and close paren there. Close paren and divide by G15. Okay, now I got some numbers, and then I already did 11 where I did the step 10. I followed step 10. Now we're in B4, and we're going to type equals, go over to the horizontal analysis and find G20 and type a division sign, and then G10 and enter. That's our profit margin, 36%, which is pretty darn good. In cell C4, repeat that step, equals, horizontal analysis, and we're going to use the 20 things here, so we're going to go down to cell net income divided by revenue, press enter. Okay, so now we have these, but they're not in percentages or anything like that, so we're going to need to actually format them a little bit. Okay, so highlight range B2 to B3, B2 down to B3, nope, B2 to B3. Be more careful here, Glenda. Okay, highlight range B2 to F3. There we go. Now I got it. And then do home. Here we go, home, number. And if you look in here, there's no comma, but right here is where the comma is. So just add that. And that changed the look of that. And then now we're going to do B4 to F4 and do a percent style, which is this right here. And then we're going to increase decimal. It won't let us do that. Let us see here. Percentage. It's going to go the opposite way. If you want it to, you know, it's really interesting. Oh, I see. I was hitting the decrease. I couldn't see it under my mouse arrow. Yes, okay, there we go. It increased decimal. Perfect. It worked. Okay, so sometimes this one is increased and sometimes these change. See how the arrow goes backwards? That to me is decrease. This here is increase, but it's just the opposite. I always get that mixed up, so I just hit both of them until I get what I want. Okay, now we're going to do step 16. Type the following in order in range D1 to D2 to F2. D2 to F2. So this way. Okay, so we have 3.43. Make sure that I get these right. 2.84, 2.67. And then these were all previously typed, so they're just giving us this figure. So then D3, this way, we have 0.19, 0.27, 0.26, and then this range we have 0.18, 0.41, 0.52. Okay, so we kind of filled up the rest of the chart for 26. And then now what it wants us to do, step 19, is highlight the range G2 to G4. And we're going to insert some sparklines here. Insert, This time we're not going to be inserting a line, we're going to insert a column. And it says highlight range B2 to F4, B2 to F4. And now we have a different kind of spark line. So this shows you across the years. So here's 2028. And you can see see these two right here, 19 and 18. There, that's this one right in there. Let's see if I can get an arrow. I can't get an arrow. But those are two comparable ones, and see how they're almost the same. Just for you to analyze this and look at it to see if you're okay. Okay, cell D, step 20, select D2, and now we're going to do what are called some comments in here. And the review button is where the comments are. And here's comments, and there's new comment right now. You can delete a comment, previous comment, next, and show comments. So we want to select new comment, and we're going to type in, see how it picked up my name, and my comment to whoever might be reviewing this is investigate this increase. Okay, and then make sure that you post it by clicking this arrow. Okay, and now you see the little purple arrow up there, and you can click in there and see that I have a comment. Now this would have been a good feature to know how to do, like when I was correcting all of your work. So instead of like putting comments right in Canvas there, I could have opened up your file, put in a comment, and uploaded the file back to you. So that's how another way that I could see I could use comments. So now once let's go to step 22, and it says click cell G4, this one right here, and we're going to choose new comment, and this time I'm going to write, is this trend sustainable? And I'm going to post it. Okay, so now it wants us to select J1 right up here, and it just has to select this just randomly, and then it's going to say next comment, and it goes over here to see it. Next comment, it goes down here to this one. Next comment, it goes to the previous one. So it just cycles through them, and so that's just something that you need to, if you're in a document and you want to see the comments, you can go to the next one, start up in A1 and then go next, and it will find all the comments for you. Another way for you to see what the comments are is you can do show comments, and over here you're going to get a panel that has the different things, and then notice right here it says what cell they're in, D2 and G4. Okay, and so click cell D2, and now we got a reply right here. Nope, this one is D2 right here. Again, there's D2 right up there, and I need to say this is to be reviewed next week. And then I'll post it. And then now if I click over here and I say next comment, I see this and I see my reply. This probably would be a reply from another person. Okay, and then it says select cell A1 to hide the cell comment. Nothing happened here. So um, I'll close that panel out. It just, 8-1 is just a random cell to make it go away. Okay, that's it, and you save and close. And when you get over to the reinforce your skills, they're going to give you some check figures along the way so that you can see if you're getting the right amount and that type of thing. So that's kind of nice. And also you can look at the overall, you can look at it and you can see that you have quite a bit. And then in 9 you do apply your skills 1 and 2. Okay, and then all the extend your skills are going to be optional. If you want to try one of them, that would be great. Or you can just go ahead and do you can move on to chapter 10 to finish up the quarter, and then if you have some time, come back and play with those. But they're not going to count against you if you don't do the extend your skills on either chapter 9 or chapter 10. We've done a lot this quarter, everyone, and I'm so proud of you. So very, very good for all of you. Thank you.